Hi everyone, Melissa here. I'm back with another video, and this week I'm super excited for this topic because it's all about manifesting free stuff. So before we get into it, I just wanted to remind you that I'm available for one-on-one coaching. You can find the link for that in the description of this video, and also I do have some courses and affirmation bundles on manifesting specific topics. If you're somebody who wants self-study at your own pace, check those out. They've been really helpful for a lot of people. And if you just need to talk to somebody to figure out where you're in your own way in terms of your thoughts and your mental diet, I would love to meet you and help you. So the link will be in the description. Okay, let's talk about free stuff, because who doesn't love free stuff? I've had actually a lot of successes recently with this, so I thought it would be fun to do a video about it. So I'm gonna first share my success story that happened this week, and then I'll just run off a list of other things I've gotten for free this year, just for fun. Okay, so the first thing I want to say about manifesting free things is when you think about wanting something for free, pay attention if you have any reservations come up in your mind. Like, I would really love to get that for free, but whatever's after but, that's a story you need to clean up, because it's a mental diet that's contradicting your desire. So that's going to get in the way of you getting what you want, because remember, our thoughts create what we assume manifests. So if you need to start assuming that it's easy to get free things, and I always get free things, and stuff like that. So pay attention when you start thinking about, ooh, I want to manifest that for free. If you hear anything after, if you hear the word but and anything after, got to clean up that story. Ditch it. Okay, so let me tell you my success story from this week, and then I'll list off some of the other things I've manifested for free so far this year. So I had this plant in my house, and it was really pretty, and I loved it, and it was so happy for a long time, and then all of a sudden it just like dried up and got sick and croaked. It died, and I had to throw it away, and I was super sad because it was doing great for a couple years. So I had been thinking, I need to replace this plant, and the type of plant, it's called a snake plant. It's like tall, and it shoots. It has different I guess they're leaves, but they're straight, and they shoot up, and sometimes they have cool stripy patterns. So anyways, I needed a new snake plant, okay, and it probably died a couple months ago, and the last week was at a garden store, and I thought, oh, I got to get a new plant. So I started looking at them, and they were all super expensive, and I just thought, you know what, I don't want to pay that for this. I could, but I don't want to. I don't feel like spending that much money on this plant. And actually, I don't really want to spend any money on this plant. I'm just gonna somehow I'll get one for free, or I'm not gonna buy today. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna get a free plant. So there was my desire. I needed a new plant, and I didn't want to pay for it. So my affirmation was, you know what, I'm gonna get this plant for free. Somehow, some way, I'm getting this plant for free. It's happening, okay? And then I just went about my life. I think maybe at some point I went to like Lowe's or Home Depot or something in between that garden store and this week, and I looked again for a snake plant, and I didn't even see one, and so I just dismissed it again. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna even try to shop for this anymore. I'm getting it for free, and that's it. And then I just went about my life. And then this week comes along, and one of my neighbors calls me, and we're having a nice chat, just catching up, and she says, hey, by the way, do you have any chicken? I'm making this recipe, and I thought I had some, and I realized I'm out, and I really don't want to have to go to the store. If I don't have to, do you have any chicken? So I checked my freezer, and I ended up having chicken, so I said, come on over, you can have it. So she came over, or as she was hanging up, she's like, oh yeah, by the way, do you know about this thing called a snake plant? And I was like, did you say snake plant? And she's like, yeah. And I said, oh, yeah, I actually do know about that. I just had one, and it died, and I want to replace it. And she's like, okay, I'm going to come over. We'll talk about it. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of weird. Like, she's coming over for chicken, but now all of a sudden she wants to talk about snake plants. So she came over carrying a giant snake plant, and she says, you know, I did some work for this lady, and she gave me this plant as a gift, and I just really don't want it or need it. Do you want it? And I was just, my jaw dropped. I think she thought I was crazy because I was looking at her so stunned. I'm like, I just was thinking I needed to buy a new plant last week, and here you are showing up at my door with this giant plant. You guys, it was such a big plant that we ended up splitting it into two. So not only did I get my free plant, but I got two of them. And It came to my door. I did not lift a finger. My free thing literally showed up at my front door. It walked in my front door. So I just thought that was so fun and cool because I was just shopping for it. I just decided, you know what? Nope, I'm getting this for free. And here's my neighbor giving me two for free. So that was my latest fun free manifestation, and the Bridge of Incidents was so fun there. So just proof, like you don't have to take any action out here. Once you decide it's happening in here, you just let it show up. However, in the easiest, fastest way possible, it shows up, okay? So that was my recent one. And then I was thinking about it, and this year, let's see, last month I want to say, maybe this was this month too, but I manifested a free acupuncture session from my acupuncturist, and we hadn't talked in over a year. I just was thinking I really want to go to acupuncture, and she messaged me and offered me a free session. And then that same week, I was thinking I really want to go back to Pilates, and my Pilates teacher or coach messaged me and says, oh, we haven't seen you in a little bit. Do you want to come in for a free class? So I got a free class, a free Pilates class, and a free acupuncture session in the same week. That was a really fun week. And then I've also, this applies to contests too, like sweepstakes and contests and raffles. Get on top of your story about that. It's easy to win things. I always win things. People love giving me free stuff. So I've won, what I can think of so far this year, I've won a really nice 2-piece luggage set for free. And then I won tickets to a professional sporting game. I think that's it. So that's all I can think of right now. But the sky's the limit. You know, it could be free coffee. It could be a free car. Don't limit yourself. Go for everything. Anything you see, go for it. Decide it's yours. Decide you don't have to pay for it. Somehow, some way you're getting it for free. It might show up as a gift. It might show up as an inheritance. It might show up as winning a prize. It might show up as, hey, somebody you know got this, didn't like it, and here you go. You can have it. Like, there's so many ways it can show up. Don't worry about that. You just decide, I'm getting this and it's for free. This is mine and I don't have to pay for it. It's happening. And the tense you say it in doesn't matter so much as the intention behind it, the meaning you're giving it. So like with that plant, I didn't have the plant yet, but I decided I'm getting it and I don't have to pay for it. It's coming to me, it's mine, it's happening, and I don't have to pay for it. Because it's only ever now, every time you say an intention, you're declaring that it's true right now. So don't worry so much about the tense. Just whatever you say is true, it's true unless you start to say otherwise. So play around with that. Getting free stuff is so fun, and I love it when it feels like a surprise. And just figuring, like, after you get it, you're like, oh, that's how that showed up. That's pretty cool. You can see the Bridge of Incidents, you know? So what have you manifested for free? Put that in the comments. I would love to hear it. It's so fun to hear about. And let's manifest more free stuff. Start inserting this into your daily routine. You know, if you have a manifesting routine, if you don't have a manifesting routine and you just like to start your day with positive, uplifting thoughts, why not insert, I always get free stuff. I get free stuff every day. People love giving me free stuff. It's easy to win stuff. I'm a winner. These contests are easy. Nobody ever enters them but me, so I always win. Whatever it is, whatever you want to start telling yourself, but start adding the idea that you get free stuff and it's easy. And see what happens, and tell me about it. Okay, I think that's it for this video. If you have any ideas for other videos you would like to see me make, please put that in the comments. And what are you gonna manifest for free this week? All right, I think that's it. I intend you have an amazing week ahead and manifest tons of free stuff. And I'll see you in the next one.